Hello again, Captain. I understand Skavak has escaped. I was, truly sorry to hear that.
I still have your head. Got anything useful to trade for it?
We got off on the wrong foot, didn't we? I apologize if I was rude before. You must understand, the head of Darth Bandon is a priceless artifact. He was the Sith Lord who murdered one of Alderaan's noblest sons. Centuries ago, Trask Ulgo bravely sacrificed himself in combat with Darth Bandon. Trask's martyrdom saved the Galactic Republic.
What keeps the head fresh looking after all these years?
When Darth Bandon ultimately fell in battle, Sith acolytes preserved and enshrined his head. Despicable people. Alderaan's current king is of the Ulgo family bloodline, and he reveres his ancestor Trask. The remains of Trask's murderer will be the perfect peace offering to our king. House Alda must have your head, so to speak.
This is a pretty weird peace offering.
You don't have to understand the subtleties of our politics. Just know that it's vital we reach an agreement. Any payment in credits I give you for the head now will have to come from my own funds. I'm not a wealthy man. Please, I beg you, for the love of peace and posterity, please accept my offer of what little I possess.
As long as I get a haul jets out of here, fine.
You are very gracious indeed, and a credit to your profession. I must deliver this head to Baron Alda at once. Thank you for your understanding. Farewell.
Forces are advancing, Lieutenant. You will hold that outpost, no excuses. Crescent out. Mercenary or Patriot, doesn't matter. You're welcome here. Major Crescent, 1st Organa Regiment. I'm in charge of holding this area against the usurper who calls himself King Ulgo.
This usurper king of yours, who is he?
The reason Alderaan's at war. Ulgo violated our rule of succession, seized Alderaan's crown by force. All my forces are committed to holding back Ulgo's army. But an important mission has just come up. I need volunteers to invade an enemy stronghold and rescue one of my people.
I wasn't planning to live forever anyway. I'm in.
Excellent. I need you to save my daughter, Andra. Against my express wishes, she infiltrated the Ulgos posing as a lowly servant girl. She thinks she's some kind of hero. A reckless little fool.
Your daughter is trying to help. What's wrong with that?
She's not a spy. She's a girl with delusions of heroism. 2 days ago, Andra transmitted an emergency alert. Ulgo jammed the frequency before she could reveal any information. I feared the worst, until my scouts picked up a distress call earlier today. It's a signal from Andra. She's alive.
Rescuing damsels in distress is my specialty. She is a damsel, right?
She's all I have left in this world. I've already lost Andra's mother and brothers to this war. If you save her, this recklessness must end. She won't listen to me, but you might convince her to abandon her foolishness. I'll reward you for that favor.
One mission objective at a time, Major.
Yes, of course. Andra's signal came from the estate of House Rist, not far from here. That filth Ulgo must have turned my daughter over to the Rist assassins for torture.
Are Rist and Ulgo allies?
They support Ulgo's claim to the throne. In return, he pays them to do his dirty work. Assassinations, torture, sabotage. Please get Andra away from those filthy killers. Good luck.
Manchi doti puna puna, kabuk iluni slemo. Chonki faguta, jiho poda ji oto vokise.
What's wrong? You're too good to speak basic?
Patoga wata kiko uba kiriwata buki donko. Se gota do muti kihasa da puño, lis di woto. Kupa tonti toki maki chisa chubolo wawuni.
If I needed luck, I'd already be dead.
Kabanotase makipuna, mali tuta odmishka. Kichawa joto du debita tuta ulya, nucha.
If you don't save that outpost, no one else will.
Hey, you're the one Galen sent, right? Old man's kinda crazy, but he has his moments. I'm Mayor Aaron, and this hole in the sand is mine.
What do you know about Galen anyway? He wouldn't say much.
Anchorhead's own volunteer politician. Does all the work, doesn't take one credit. Galen claims this little outpost is key to uniting the planet. I'd like to agree, but I've got other things to worry about. Sand people always follow the sandstorms, and there must be a dozen tribes out there. Plus pirates, broken equipment. It's pull out or be slaughtered.
Let me see what I can do. I've handled sand people and pirates before.
So have we, but not like this. Look around, and anything you can do, I'll be grateful. Until things clear up, though, I think you're our last visitor.
Desert's quiet for the moment. Too bad it won't last. I'm Junta Galt, leader of the Anchorhead militia in these parts. Looks like you've seen plenty of action, Spacer. We could use that experience. Yeah, I've lost too many good militiamen to the Sand People. All I've got left are soft recruits, and no one to teach them combat skills.
Why aren't you handling it yourself?
I stand watch. Make sure the Sand People don't surprise us. Our senior combat instructors were all in the last raid.
Excuse me, sir. I thought you might like a break from watch duty.
I'm not tired yet. There's someone here you should meet. This here's Vastal. Good soldier, but no tactical know-how. He's heading up our new squad of recruits. Think you could take these men under your wing, march them into Sand People territory, show them how a true warrior fights?
Bring the recruits out and we'll start immediately.
Thank you. I promise we won't slow you down.
Prove it in the sand. Vastal knows where the Sand People lurk. Go with him. Show his crew how to fight.
Sorry to bother you, stranger. We sure could use a hand cleaning up these dead and wounded.
Well, we really need help driving off those Sand People who caused this mess.
Care to tell me what's wrong?
What's it look like? Sand People raid. 10, maybe 15 dead. More injured. We've got to stop this.
I won't send our boys into a slaughter. They're farmers, not soldiers.
So don't. But when someone who can help comes by, ask them to, instead of getting them to play doctor and mortician.
I'd be happy to crack some Sand People skulls. Just shut up.
See? I knew someone would be willing to help us. Come back here when you've taught those Sand People a lesson.
We don't got a lot, but I'm sure the folks will be happy to donate to anyone who gets those monsters off their backs.
Wish I could have joined the fight. Just catching a bit through the viewer got my blood pumping.
He was a magnificent teacher, sir. I've learned much.
I see all the recruits return safely. Never thought I'd see the day.
I enjoyed leading them. Quite the impressive fighters.
Not so loud. I don't want them getting all smug on me. Thanks for your help. I'll take over the training from here.
Emergency! I repeat, this is Cole Darb at Manister Base, and this is an emergency! Manister Base is under attack! Send reinforcements, now!
I'll go, sir. I can take our remaining recruits.
You've been on one training mission. Don't be foolish. I hate asking again, but I've got no choice and less time. Could you lead Vastil and his forces into battle?
We should head out immediately.
Excellent. Vastil, take the reserve recruits and scout ahead.
Yes, sir. We'll depart immediately.
Vastil will serve you well. But he's green, and don't forget that. Please go to Manister Base. The recruits will need all your help repelling the attackers, whoever they are.
Hope you're not planning on settling out here. These parts ain't too friendly to humans. Well, to anyone who ain't one of those blasted Sand People. We made sure to build on land the Sand People never used. Didn't matter. They're attacking us, our livestock, our vaporators. Anything they can do to drive us off.
There's plenty more useless desert up for grabs.
You think we're gonna let some Google-eyed desert freaks drive us out of our homes? All we need is someone who can drive the beast back long enough to repair our vaporators. Long as we're getting fresh water, we can wait them out. Otherwise, dry season will kill us off before the Sand People ever do.
There's a non-dry season?
Hey, that's Tattooine, all right. Does that mean you'll do us this favor? You just gotta get past the sand people camped around all our vaporators. Wiggle the switch a few times and make sure they're working. And if you cut down their numbers some, well, that'll just help us have a better chance in the next raid.
Operators are working now.
Thank you. I'll think of you next time I have a shower. Well, you know what I mean. Just water's our life here, and you've given it back to us. And it looks like you've got the whole camp of those sand rats on the run.
That's the last of the wounded. Sent those who could walk onto Anchorhead, just in case.
Looks like that won't be a concern after all, Dak. Look who's back. Did you drive those sand people off? Teach them not to mess with our settlements?
The sand people won't be bothering you anymore.
Thank the stars. We, passed the collection. Not much, really, but we're grateful. Really, we are.
You need the credits far more than I do.
Well then, we're doubly grateful. Folks out here are breathing easy for once. We appreciate what you've done.